Hey, passengers, and welcome back to the Atlanta Podcast. This is your co-pilot, Tracy, speaking alongside co-pilot Heather. We're back with the friendship series, and it's just going to be some girl talk. We're going to catch up. We're going to catch you up. So what's new, Heather? What the fuck is up?
Oh man, what the fuck is up? Literally my life revolves around eating, drinking, and picking up my packages. Besides that, last night, me and T finalized some new podcast information, so that's super exciting. And I'm so excited for us to meet IRL and film some YouTube videos for you guys.
I feel like that kind of came off like we're going to meet for the first time. I can't wait to finally meet you, Heather.
I have never
IRL.
met T in my life. This is our first meeting. You guys are going to see it in the motherfucking flesh.
I'm gonna be so nervous.
I'm going to be so fucking nervous. Just like in our dating episode, when you meet someone for the first time. Did you guys listen to our dating episode?
I hope so. Go back and listen to it.
Go back. Cut this shit off. Also, our sex talk.
Yes. That episode was really fun to do. All right. So, I do have a very serious question. Me and the general public would like to know, when are you making your comeback to Instagram?
Okay, guys, let me be real with you. Instagram is so hard for me. I'm not a very indecisive person when it comes to my life, but social media, it's a wonder that account is still alive, you know? So I debate deleting
Barely.
it for real. I don't know. I think I'll come back to Instagram in July. So you guys will just have to wait and see. I'm making a whole new Instagram.
Instagram isn't real life.
Instagram isn't real life. However, I would like to make it my reality. I want to be rich like those bitches who make 10K off of a single feed post.
But they're just selling a fantasy. I sent you those pictures to Kylie Jenner. That work does not look good unless it got some makeup on top of it, okay?
It's actually crazy. There are so many people who have work done.
So many. I just noticed Cardi B has some work done.
Really?
Yes. I forgot what video. It was like one of her lives. And it was right after the Grammy. And people were coming for her neck saying she didn't deserve it. And she bought all those views or listens or whatever. And she pulled up the picture of like all her playtime. And in the video, she was just like sitting like with her legs open, like straddling the seat. And you can just see her like face from a low angle. So when she threw her head back laughing, you can see the cheekbones, the nose, all touched up. Because they all look the same, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh. I remember when she was talking about all she ever did was get her butt done.
Right.
Or no, what did she say? She was like, I only got my titties done. And then she got her booty done. That's why that shit was heavy when she was performing.
She couldn't bounce it right.
She was looking tired. I know that ass is heavy.
I wonder how much that weighs on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, mine's all natural and this is heavy.
T's got a fat ass. I said that in one video. I was like, I don't remember when I knew T had a fat ass.
You're like, I never knew T had a fat ass. It reminded me of that scene of Mean Girls where she was like, sweatpants are all that fits me right now. And then the big girl was like, move it, fat ass. Remember that?
Oh my God. Wow. Well, it is spring. What are you doing this spring?
This spring, I'm outside.
Period.
I'm going to be outside. When it's not raining, I'm outside. I was outside this past weekend, the whole weekend outside, living it up.
Enjoying the sun.
I stayed at the beach super late, and I was like, oh, shoot, I'm going to get sick.
Oh, gosh.
Next thing was just sniffling. I'm not sick, thank God.
Yeah.
Because common colds are still a thing, but I was really nervous I was going to catch a cold in that night air. But no regrets.
No regrets.
Outside.
Great times.
What are you doing this spring?
This spring, I'll be in North Dakota, living it up in my room, unfortunately.
What happened to your North Dakota friend?
Leah. She might be listening to this.
Hey, Leah.
Hey, Leah. I don't know what happened to Leah. I think she's graduating this semester, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, friends. Let's be honest. We all have friends And if you don't have friends, feel free to DM us and we'll be your friend. Do you have any crazy stories that you've done with some girlfriends that you would be willing to share with the class?
Crazy stories. Ooh, the craziest things I've done with a friend. Oh, okay. It's not really crazy, but it was just hilarious. So it was a regular night going out. I forgot where we went. To the club, a bar. Either way, we met these guys and we're like, let's be wild. Let's go back to their house.
Oh,
Never
Lord.
done that before, right? So
Really?
we're, I've never gone to someone's house that I met that night. Of course, you're thinking like, well, he could be crazy or, it could be some type of trap house or something. But really, that was the last thing I should have been worried about because when we got to this man's house, the first thing he said was, shh, be quiet. My grandma's sleeping. And it was his grandmother's house. He lived with his grandmother. He did not tell us that. He was just so excited to have all these women in his house.
So it was just one man.
No, it was 33. I'm sorry. It was three of us, three of them. And we go into his house. We're all in his bedroom. And it was just awkward. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed like, well, this is not as exciting as wild as I thought it was going to be. The one night I tried to be spontaneous, it just was, I'm in this man's basically childhood bedroom at his grandma's house. And his one friend, the one that I thought was cute, I think he was the oldest out of the group. He's just sitting on the couch. I'm sitting on the bed next to my friend, and he's just on his phone the whole time. And then out of nowhere, he gets up, and we're watching him through the bedroom window. This is the killer part. We're watching him through the bedroom window because he gets up, he goes out the front door, runs to the fucking Uber, and takes off.
Oh, shit.
He took off. So we're watching him through the bedroom window in the front of the house. I'm like, oh, so he called an Uber.
He said, I gotta get the fuck out.
He was gone. So then it was two guys to three girls. And we're still sitting there like, okay. And one of my friends is interested in the other guy. So of course we're going to stick around so she can talk to him because we're not going to leave her by herself. So then it just turned into the one guy sitting there by himself, me and my one friend talking to each other, and the other friend kind of talking to the guy, all while the grandma's sleeping in the other room.
This
And we
is
had to be quiet. It was just a big backfire. We thought we were going to have a fun, spontaneous night, and it just was the opposite, the complete opposite.
Wow. I mean, I did not know where that story was going.
They were fun in the club, and then we got to his granny house, and we had to be quiet.
We got to his granny house and they just...
He didn't offer us no snacks.
Stop.
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I never went to another stranger's house before. After that, just because that one time just ruined it. I have to ask, are you going to take us back to your parents' house, to your grandparents' house, or to your house?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay if they come back and no one else is home, but why with the granny at home?
Snoring. That was the killer.
Wow. I mean...
The funniest part was the guy running away. Literally running away to the Uber, leaving.
I can't
He
believe
didn't
you
even tell
guys
his own
saw
friends
him.
bye. Yes, he had a big ass window in his bedroom that was in the front of the house. So all we could see was him. It was dark.
He's
All
a
we could
runner.
see
He's a
is
track star. He's going away
yes,
when things get
he straight up ran out. And it wasn't like we were, I don't know. I don't know why he felt he had to run.
He was in flight mode.
He was. He ran away. I hope he's doing okay wherever he is today. I wonder if they're also friends. These are the follow-up questions I wish I had answers to.
Shit. Well, I've been to a crack house. Do you want to know my story?
Oh, wow. Please enlighten me.
So this was freshman year.
Freshman year of college?
Freshman year of college.
Okay.
So I don't know how we ended up at this house, but we were walking because in Humboldt, you would walk to different parties, especially as a freshman. No one had a car really. And if we did, we didn't want to be drunk driving just before we all were rebels. So um, the night before, I met this guy named Nate, right? He had the same birthday as me. He had a twin. And so I thought when I got to this house that I was talking to Nate. Keep that in mind. So me and my friends are walking to this house party. We go inside. There's a crack pipe and they're smoking from it. These are all college and like middle-aged 20-year-old. There's alcohol, there's crazy shit happening. We're in this house for maybe 10 minutes and then we're outside and I'm chit-chatting with Nate. So the whole time I'm calling this man Nate, like, oh, Nate's so fun, Nate's so cute. And my friends are like, oh, Nate. And then he goes, that's not my name. It's like, are you sure? You have to be Nate. And then it wasn't Nate, it was this other guy named Nick. And
the twin.
No, it wasn't the twin. The two men I met before were not even there. This was a Kappa Sigma who I was later involved with. And he still hit on me after I called him the wrong name for the whole night at this crack house. Then we just ended our night and walked to another party. It was a small story, but
Wait, so Nate had a twin though, is that correct?
Nate had a twin and they both had my birthday.
You mistook a stranger.
I mistook he wasn't a stranger. I knew this man too. I couldn't figure out his name and I thought he was Nate. He was this other man I knew.
Is it possible to get a contact high when someone's smoking crack?
No. We weren't in there that long. As soon as we saw, no, I didn't do hard drugs till later on in my college career. As soon as we saw the crack, we were like, okay, we need to party outside. This is like a little bit too much for us.
As soon as we saw the crack.
Like, I got into some crazy shit in Humboldt. No regrets, but what the fuck?
Especially after that time we drove up into a freaking tree.
Oh my God. Yeah. That time, that was after work. My car literally was in a fucking ditch. And Ish came and like climbed in my car and got all my shit out of it. So sweet. And then Pio was standing on the road with me while I was crying. I love them.
Ish. Never met this man, but have a full-blown crush on him.
Ish. She loves you.
I just love his face.
Ish is hot. He's hot. He knows it though.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, crazy stories, man.
So ladies, when you're out with your friends and you're having a good night, I myself feel the most secure. I'm like, yes, I will drink. T, do you have any crazy stories about downing a bottle of vodka or something wild?
It wasn't vodka. It was E&J.
Oh, jeez.
This time period, I was really into drinking E&J. Like, I could drink a whole bottle and have just the nicest vibe going. Same with Hennessy. I know, dark liquor. So it was 2 years ago, right before everything shut down. This was my last hurrah for a minute. I didn't know this. So I drank a whole bottle of E&J. At the hotel, I felt amazing. I felt perfectly fine. I was like, this is great. I'm having the best night ever. And then once we got to the club, I guess all the movement and the dancing and the yelling and the hype of the party bus just really stirred it up. And by the time I got to the club, I was just gone. Like, I literally have videos that I recorded that I cannot remember recording at all. And I'm just slurred in all those videos. I can't watch them, but I have them from memory.
Wow.
To remind myself, don't ever get this drunk again.
Was that your first blackout?
It was my first.
Wow.
So all I remember is that this club was very dark. It reminded me of like a sex dungeon or something. Like, even the bathroom had no lights. It had one big ass candle on the sink that lit up the whole bathroom. So after, like, we get in the club, we get one drink, I think, and I guess that one drink was just just enough to set it off the top. After I come back from the bathroom, we're back in our section. I only danced to maybe 2 songs. I can't really tell you much, but next thing you know, in our section, I'm like, I don't feel good. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna have to Uber home because I can't make it throughout this whole night without ruining it for everybody else. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. And I just started vomiting. And
In the
next
club?
in the club, and I was so dizzy. I was just like out of it. Like I was in another dimension at that point. Like I could hear everyone around me, but my eyes were closed. And
What
I'm
the
just
hell?
throwing up. And then I don't know what point this was, if it was like as I'm walking back to the seat to our section or walking away from our section, like about to leave. But I ended up in someone else's section. I got the top part of it. Like you have to walk down the steps, but you can see everyone there, right?
Mm.
So I'm standing there looking around like all these people. And I don't know if they were looking at me at this point, but I'm just standing there at the top of the steps, zoned out, and I just projectile vomit into their section. Like just pure liquid. You know what? This had to be after because the bartender brought me this like ginger drink or something to ease my stomach, and I threw it all up into their section, like on the floor. So they had no choice but to like walk through it as they left their section.
Oh, you didn't tell me this. She didn't tell me this.
It wasn't my proudest moment. Like
Wow.
I was blacked out. And then all I remember was like some girl rubbing ice on my face. And all I could think in my head was, this bitch is messing up my eyebrows. Like I knew she was trying to help me, but she was rubbing ice all over me, like scrubbing ice on me. Like she wanted to take off my makeup. I said, oh no, oh no, I'm about to look toe up and I'm throwing up everywhere. Like, why is she rubbing this ice on my face like this? It felt amazing, but I just knew that I was looking crazy. And then I don't know who had a pitcher under me, like the actual pitcher with the drinks were in, and just was like holding it to my face so I can throw up. And I'm like low key being gagged because she's trying to make sure that she catches it, but she's choking me at the same time. So I'm gagging and throwing up. I don't know who had to clean up that night, but I am terribly sorry. My deepest condolences.
Everybody has those days. It's completely
It was
normal.
crazy. So how did I get back to the party bus? Jesus came down. He said, I got you, my child,
He
and
said,
carried me to the bus.
we're going to make it today
Yes.
to this bus.
And then like I
Wow.
passed out in the bus, and I don't know, it was just darkness.
Wow.
Jesus then carried me from the bus to the elevator up to the hotel room. They tried to make me take a shower, but just being in water just made me feel overwhelmed. So I was like, just give me my big t-shirt. And I crawled into the bed and passed out once again. And the next morning, I was like the Grim Reaper. It was horrible. It was so horrible. The worst hangover in my life.
Oh, man, the best nights are the ones you can't remember.
Yeah, so those videos are deep in my Snapchat memories. I started out looking cute though. But that's my only crazy drunk story.
I never projectile vomited in the club. I did in the bathroom in Mexico. One was
Is
a
that when you ended
great
up in that
time.
wheelchair?
That's when I was in the wheelchair. Tiffany, man. Tiffany comes out to
I wish we
play.
could use that photo as our cover photo because you slumped in that wheelchair is the funniest thing.
Literally, they had to be drugging us because me and my friend Lisette, she's one of my sorority sisters, we decided to go out while Mir, Amber, and Raven stayed at the other hotel at the
Hmm.
pool or something. So we were like, fuck this, let's go out. We go to the club to pay $20, free drinks all night. We're doing shot after shot after shot. They're like trying to get us plastered. We're on the stage, we're dancing. And then eventually we call Raven and Amber. We're like, come to the club. And fucking God they came, because I don't speak Spanish, so and Lisette was black. So all I know from this part, it's real, but like I heard this secondhand. So they got to the club, we're plastered at this point, and we're taking shots. I'm like, Raven, take a shot. So we're all drinking, and then apparently I go talk to these guys who, I don't know if they were Hispanic or not. I couldn't fucking tell you, but apparently I was talking to them. And then Lisette was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. At this point, it's like 2 a.m. So the bathroom is downstairs. So Lisette and Amber go to the bathroom and she's throwing up. So as soon as I get to that bathroom, I'm like, I gotta go find Lisette. So me and Raven go to the bathroom. And I think when I saw her throwing up, I was like, fuck, I should just do it too. Like, I gotta get this out. So then I'm throwing up. And I remember looking at Raven like, I don't feel good. And then the club was closed by this time. Lisette was little. They lifted her up. These guys came, carried me up the stairs, put me in this little tuk-tuk. And brought me back to the resort. And then the wheelchair came on no shoes, just me in this floral white dress, dead. And then they brought me to the room. Mir's such a mom when people are drunk, so she wanted to bathe me as well. And Raven just said I was just like naked, refusing to get in the shower. And Raven was like, just let her lay down. Like, she just needs to lay down. And so they put me in my t-shirt. I have no idea. I woke up naked in my t-shirt on this bed, like dead. And that's how Tiffany was born. And, I love her.
So Tiffany is your going out name.
Tiffany's my alter ego. I'm Heather for the most part. But once I hit the blacked point, that's Tiff. Like, Tiff is still some crazy motherfucking shit.
I don't think I've met Tiff.
You haven't met Tiff. Tiff is like...
Tiff is wild. Maybe Tiff and Samantha can hang out this summer.
I know. Samantha's T's alter ego. Maybe they can. I think it'd be fun.
Vodka shots.
Vodka shots. Oh, God. Yeah,
Vodka
Tiff and
water.
Samantha need to meet. People, me and T are trying to land some basketball players. So if you have any club recommendations, please slide in our motherfucking DMs. We need to know.
Club, bars, little hole in the walls. Yeah.
Anything. Because I'm ready and looking.
Oh boy. So when you're drunk, do you feel overwhelmed when it comes to the water too? Like when it comes to like trying to take a shower?
Oh yeah. It depends. Like if I'm blacked out but I'm still functionable, I take a shower. But if I'm like past the point, I can't get in that water.
It's just overwhelming. It overstimulates my skin.
Yeah.
And I can't take a shower and I'm drunk like that.
I used to get drunk like often in Humboldt, and I would take a shower. I do normal things, cook meals. Like it was like,
Oh God.
It was like a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
No, I listened to a Drake song last night. He was like, my house is the definition of alcohol and weed addiction. That was my life in Humboldt.
Yeah, I can see that.
No regrets.
I mean, but it's good we did it young. I was just looking at some Snapchat memories this morning from 4 years ago. I was drinking a freaking Arita. Arita. Like that makes me twist and turn thinking about Arita today.
There's no way I would ever put Arita in my mouth.
Right? Like when you first start drinking, you really don't know what to drink. So you're just drinking whatever.
Jeez.
And the crazy thing is, back then, I would never get hangovers.
Really?
Drinking, I would never get a hangover. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm the shit. I don't get hangovers. Until that one fateful day it happened. And I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about. This is no joke.
God, have the Tylenol ready.
Yeah. When you wake up and the first thing you do is go straight to the bathroom and throw up, boy, I can't even tell you. The worst feeling. Drunken story.
I have another.
Okay, let me hear it.
So it was my 20th birthday, and I was working at McDonald's during this time. I can say this story without getting in trouble now. I don't work there anymore, people. But basically, I was a manager, and I'm a very likable person. Not to be like, I'm pretty easygoing. So I made friends with all my coworkers by this time, and I invited everyone from my job. I invited all my sorority sisters who were there for the summer, and everyone called off of McDonald's except for two people. Our general manager had to come in, and who else was working that night? I don't know, some other person. Like, no one showed up to their shift because they were coming to my fucking birthday party. and and so my friend Elizabeth, she was my coworker. We became besties. So she came over and we got everything set up. You know, all my friends started showing up. We're drinking, we're rallying. I'm blacked by the time the first bitch shows up. So, but I'm still functional. And we go outside because I had like a deck outside. We're shotgunning beers. And then by the time like 2 a.m. hits, at some point, me and Elizabeth look at each other and we're like, let's just go to my room. Like, fuck this. You guys enjoy the party. I don't know where anyone else. I don't know who was, I think Eve stayed over that night. And she like manned the house. But basically, me and Elizabeth go to the room and we were in my bathroom. And that's where we woke up. Throw up everywhere. And I'm it was a mess. Like, it was hilarious. And I don't know why we just started throwing up together. But
y'all couldn't make it into the toilet?
Well, we did, but I think we both had to use the toilet at once. And so it ended up on the floor and on us. So when we woke up, we stripped, got cleaned up, cleaned everything up, and literally just passed out in my bed. And we got up the next day and went to work. I got a stern talking to, quit my job, got a promotion, and then went on about my fucking life.
Wow.
Yeah. I tried to quit. They gave me a raise. Said, please don't go.
That McDonald's needed you.
I'm telling you, man. But yeah, we woke up like, what happened here?
Everyone was gone.
Everyone was gone but Eve. Eve was downstairs sleeping, cleaning. When we woke up, she was cleaning the house. I love Eve. It was just it was the best birthday party I'd ever thrown in my life.
Man, I've never had an adult birthday party.
You need to have a birthday party, a rager.
I don't know enough people for that. It'll be strangers.
I keep telling T she needs like male friends.
I do. I need male friends who don't try to fuck me.
Yeah, why don't you have any platonic friends?
I don't know. I really don't know. Good question. I'll get back to you. I mean, maybe this summer I'll find some guy friends.
Yes. That's what we're on the hunt for too. Guy friends.
Taking applications, serious inquiries only. Boy, I don't really have any drunk stories. And if I do, I can't remember.
We're gonna change that this summer, people.
Oof. I'm nervous. I feel like Heather's goal is to get me plastered, and I'm not ready for that.
I don't think I've seen it. Okay, me and T have had some drunk moments, but all I can remember from them is T being like, Heather, I love you.
Oh, hush. I just like to express my love to my friends when I'm drunk. Because I'm not really an affectionate person on the day-to-day. God, I don't know. We'll see. Should we wrap this bad boy up?
We should. I think this will be a shorter app, but we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. I mean, friendship series. it's just girl chat.
It
We're
is.
catching up. We're sharing stories, and soon enough, we'll be making memories.
Stop. Me and T, I remember from the beginning, me and T are meeting for the first time IRL, so we cannot wait to bring you guys on that journey.
It's the first time.
It's our first time. Also, for the next episode, would you guys like to hear, I think it's a stepping stones at when did you know your worth?
Ooh,
When
that's
did
a
you
good
step
one.
into your power?
Okay, well, we'll talk about it next week.
Next week, guys. We hope you enjoyed. Please rate our podcast on Apple Podcasts. We have 3 5-star ratings already and 1 really nice review.
Thank you to everyone for listening. It's
Yes,
amazing.
we love it,
Support.
man.
I love it. I love you.